How does writing develop? For most of us, it's hard to remember back to the days when we could not write because writing starts so early for us and we're so old. But writing does develop naturally in children, just like language develops. When you think about a baby or an infant, they don't wake up one day and have conversational language with the people around them. It starts with sounds, and then it moves to words, and then it moves to phrases, and then it moves to sentences. And that's how our oral language naturally develops. Writing develops in the same way. On this timeline, I have shown 4 stages of pre-writing development. This is the writing that will occur before children learn to write in traditional writing. Now, we will discuss traditional writing because there's many forms of that as well, but these are the stages leading up to real writing. Starts when infants are babies, where they're beginning to learn the power of signs and symbols to communicate. They learn that they can do things and people react to them, and that's the building blocks of communication. When we move into early scribble, the next stage, and this is where children notice that people put marks on papers. And so this is uncontrolled marks by very young children, usually 1-year-olds, 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds. And it's compared to babbling. It doesn't make sense. It's not really there for a purpose, but they know that it's the right thing to do. The stage that comes next is controlled scribble. And this is where children begin to write and draw, and they know that their writing and drawing has meaning. The tricky part to this stage is it still may look like early scribble, but the difference is when a child can tell you what it means or show you what it means, that it is a message there, it's not just marks on a paper. And the last pre-writing stage is name scribbling, and this is where children begin to put letters in rows on papers, and they understand the difference between drawing and words. And children at this stage may or may not be spelling any words, but they know that letters are important to reading and to writing. A lot of times they'll also draw a picture and they'll put random letters and squiggly lines underneath to tell their story, and that has real strong purpose to them. They feel like writers. So each child will go through these stages at their own rate of development, and once they're through those stages, then we can start to look to see if they're ready in all the other areas to become writers in the classroom. And that will lead them to becoming writers using invented spelling, which is the final stage of pre-writing. So take a look around, observe some children, and see what stage that they are in during your language arts times, and see if you can tell the difference between those early scribble and those controlled scribble.